All right, y'all, this is Homeroom Smooth Podcast, episode number 360. And I got with me B Nikki.
Yes.
Singer,
Hello.
songwriter, producer,
Yeah.
grad.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, all of the things. That's
Yeah.
me.
How are you?
I am great. I'm excited to be here. This is my third podcast ever, so I'm
What?
excited. I love doing these. And
Oh,
doing it
great.
with you, I think, is going to be the best one I've done yet.
What?
I don't know.
You know, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
I think so.
Yeah, we'll have a good time.
Okay.
Have a good time. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about this. So you're, how old are you? Where you're from? You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you told me you're Cali native.
Yeah.
You know, you're Cali native. But what else you got going on?
I'm from the West Coast, the best coast. And
Okay.
like you said in the intro, I'm a musician. I am a music producer, audio engineer, singer, songwriter, and pianist. I've been playing piano for a really long time, since I was 2, more professionally taking lessons at 5. And
Okay.
then my instructor told me that I was too advanced for her course.
Ooh.
Yeah, after I think it was 10 months, so around 6 years old, I started making my own compositions in my composition notebook. I would just play songs that I thought would go together. I'd write down the chords, and then I'd start making up words to them, and this kind of just became a thing. My mom noticed pretty early and got me a computer at 9, to which I started producing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. So, have you ever like produced something for somebody else?
Yes.
Ooh. How was that?
It's really interesting. It's using a different part of my brain, because usually when I'm making something for myself, I don't have to explain it to myself. It's just something that I understand, because maybe it's an experience that I went through, and I'm just putting that emotion into sound.
Right.
I don't have to consult with anyone to be able to do that. With other people, I have to try and understand their experience, get that on paper, and then turn their emotion into sound, but make sure that it's accurate to what they went through or what they want to have exposed. So it's a very different thing. It's using a different part of my brain.
I like how you said that, like emotion into sound.
Yeah.
Like what would you say would be like one of the things that inspires you the most, like as far as like what emotion inspires you the most?
Ooh. I don't know if I would say a specific emotion. I'd say I'm very enamored with this idea of synesthesia, which is turning.
Please
Yeah.
define that.
Yeah.
Because if I don't know, I know they don't know.
That's okay. Synesthesia is turning abnormal things into another abnormal thing. So for example, if you think of shapes, you might think of a color. If you think of a day, you might think of a color. So for me, triangles are orange, and the day of the week, Wednesday, is also orange. Math is red, and pain is dark blue. You know, that's synesthesia. So when you turn one thing into another thing. So with music, I turn experiences, feelings, emotions, thoughts into sound, so that I personally can experience that moment, but through a song. So I'll always feel the same way I felt when I had that idea in my song that I make.
That is brilliant. Yeah, you're too advanced for this podcast. That's the episode. but no, yeah, right. Oh my God. But on a serious note, so I was scrolling. So let me tell y'all how I found her, okay? Let me tell y'all how I found her. So I was on TikTok Live. I'm scrolling. You know, y'all know how doom scrolling works. You just through the lives, just trying to find something.
Yeah.
And I see her, and I'm like, what am I hearing? I said, hold on. Like, I'm like, who's this? What record is this? So like, who's? So at the time, and currently still right now, Threw Me in the Fire. Yeah. That's the song that you're promoting and pushing out there. Yeah. She had the following. Like, so don't get it twisted. Like them, they are devoted.
That's true, and I love every last one of them. Yeah, Threw Me in the Fire, I actually made, I want to say a little over a year ago now. And I thought it would be the perfect song to kick off my career. I'm very strategic in what I put out, when I put it out, and why I'm putting it out. And so I felt like Threw Me in the Fire was the perfect first song choice. But yeah, it's been out for almost 3 weeks now, and it's doing very well. I'm very excited that so many people love it, can resonate with it, are having their own takes with it, because that's one of the things that I loved. Like, I wanted to be authentically myself in all of my music and make sure that my experiences would translate through sound.
Right.
But when it's out into the world, like, it doesn't have to be my experience anymore. It can be whatever the listener resonates with. So the act of being thrown in the fire for someone else could be a betrayal by a partner or by a sibling, or in my case, by themselves. So it's really just interesting seeing how everybody is taking this song and how they're using it in their own life. But yeah, it's out everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, everywhere.
Yeah. Because I found that even the contest like that you had, that threw me in the fire, like how different people interpret it and what they did with it was completely different.
Yeah.
Like nobody was the same. Like even dance wise, the way they expressed it was completely different.
Yeah, and I love that. I think that's the most exciting part. It's not supposed to be the same. I think that's what makes everybody different, and I think that's honestly the point of music, is to be able to resonate with people in different walks of life, in different paths. Someone completely different from France, Italy, wherever, to be able to resonate with that song in their own way and express it however they choose. Like, that's what makes it worth it to me.
Facts, big facts. It's like, cause even this, it's almost poetic to make that your first song.
Yeah.
Like you like, oh, threw me in the. I'm throwing myself out there. Let's do this.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, because as soon as you said, I'm like, like, yeah, that is a great first song choice. you know. Now, the music video.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, because you've been working on it. You know what I'm saying?
Lots of work, but it's so worth it, especially because so many people have been wanting it, and now that it's finally out and people have seen it and can keep rewatching it as many times as they want. It's been an exciting process. I've had this idea of what I wanted it to look like since I made the song, because that's usually how my process goes. After I make the song, I always have visuals to go with it. And yeah, I think it's really just to mirror my personal experience with the song. So everyone else can have their own interpretation, but ultimately this is my song and this is what it means. So the video is really mirroring that grief of losing myself, because if you haven't figured it out yet, Threw Me in the Fire is about me throwing myself in the fire. It's not about someone else. It's not about a partner. It's not about a parent. It's about me throwing my old self away and coming out a new person. So this video is a stark contrast between my old self, not knowing where I am, not knowing where...
Okay.
Yeah, not knowing anything about who I've become because there's nothing left. And then my new self, which is, I guess, the more confident, more controlled persona of myself, looking back on my old self, throwing myself in the fire.
So a phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's really good. So, okay, what would you say your favorite part of the music video is?
My favorite part is the big reveal of my new self, or my more confident self. I think that's my favorite part because, I mean, first of all, the camera work looks so good. I'm so proud of my videographer, but also myself, because I chose the locations and I just, I didn't think it would look so as good as it does, but it gives this kind of 90s feel, which is completely off topic, but yeah, I feel like it looks the best visually, but that's also my favorite part in the story of the song, is, the best part.
Bringing it to life. Yeah, and so so I know you're packaging this with an EP.
Yes.
What do you have a title for the EP yet?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
What is it?
I do.
Oh, okay. You're gonna keep that too. Okay. Yeah. All right. Fine. Do you know how many songs are gonna be on there?
It's gonna be ranging from 4 to 6.
4 to 6. Okay.
Depending on how I feel and depending on the responses, because it's not just about me, it's about everybody that's been on this journey with me. So whether or not they like it, they like what I have coming, that'll be dependent on how many songs.
True. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. You know, get that body of work going. You know what I'm saying? The public body of work. Not
Yeah, I was gonna
not
say.
saying like she ain't been working, y'all. Like I'm not saying she been
Yeah,
working.
I have almost 300 songs in the vaults at the moment.
Good God, art man. It's so that contrast between content creator and like artists, like other like people that create things, is so different. Cause me, I'm of the mindset, yo, so I made this thing, I'm putting it out, like it's out there. Versus like artists, like y'all be sitting on so much stuff.
Yeah.
Like you'll go into a studio session and be like, yo, this is the best thing I ever heard, and it never comes out.
Yeah.
Like what is going on?
Yeah, I mean, for a while, I was debating on even putting Through Me in the Fire out. It was gonna be a different song for my first one, and then literally last minute, I think it was a day before, I was like, I want to do this one instead, because I don't know, I don't know if Through Me in the Fire would have seen the light of day otherwise. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like what is going on in the studio to where that song is like, eh.
I mean, for me, I'm a perfectionist, and
I can tell.
yeah, I mean, a lot. I mean, the responses have been overwhelmingly positive, and mostly everybody is really loving the song. And there's still certain parts in any song that I made, I'm like, I don't know about that part, or I don't know about that. And then someone else in the studio, or my engineer, or whoever, is like, that's my favorite part. That's the best part. So it's helping me get out of my head a little bit and just go with it. And that's what Threw Me in the Fire also is, literally just going with it.
Yeah, I would say like me personally, part of like what makes songs good, like really good songs, is embracing the imperfections.
Yeah.
Cause like for instance, there's a part of what's that song? I think it is Nokia by Drake, right? There's when he first says something, like the vocal is off, and I know it's off. But upon re-listening, I listen for it. I'm listening for it. I'm waiting for it because it starts the transition into the other part. But I'm like, it sounds absolutely terrible. Actually,
it's
like,
weird.
It should be remixed, but it works.
Yeah, I mean, fun fact: the bridge of "Threw Me in the Fire," which is my favorite part of the song and a lot of other people's favorite part, I recorded that when I was so sick. I was so sick. I was like, I don't even know if I should be in the studio right now. Like, I sounded like this. I was not sure if I should be singing. And that's almost everybody's favorite part of the song. It's my favorite part of the song. I can't even hear it personally. But yeah, I was like, I don't know if I should redo it, but I don't know. It just,
Nah. Sometimes the magic happens and you just gotta just let it.
It just happens.
You just gotta just let it breathe.
Yeah.
You know? Not dig too deep into it.
Yeah.
So, I guess to get into a bit more of you as a person, so you are a grad, you know what I'm saying? Where'd you graduate from? Like, what's your degree in?
Yeah, Pepperdine University. Major was literature pre-law with a minor in social action and justice. Graduated magna cum laude with a lot of other accolades.
I peeped game. That's why I was like, I gotta ask, because I was like, oh my God. Like,
yeah, I mean, I can see if I can try and name them off the top of my head. Usually the stole helps me remember. But in my time there, I was the executive board member for a lot of different clubs, vice president of BSA, Black Student Association, and president. Vice president of ICC, which is Inter Club Council, which oversees all of Pepperdine's clubs. So all of their clubs, fraternities, social events, all of that, I oversee that and allocate funding to them, and basically tell them,
boss.
Yeah, whether or not they deserve funding. Vice president of, what was the other one? The Pre-Law Club, vice president of that. Vice president of the Debate Club. And then I held 4 jobs there at the same time. So a couple of things, including ESJ scholarship and then 4 other scholarships.
See, I was picking up on like that you knew how to debate. Because earlier, the way you were asking me a question, I'm like, this girl debates. like immediately. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but you know.
I mean, I just started less than a year ago. So when I just joined the debate club, they kind of saw that and wanted me to be a VP right away, which was very interesting because I don't have too much experience in debate, but I guess I do on the outside of a club.
Yeah, the way you rephrase your like questions or like take what somebody said to ask the questions, like I could tell. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm like, yeah, because like sometimes I used to do like a lot of Twitch streams,
Okay.
and they were like debates for like 3-4 hours,
Wow, that's
and those dudes like one of them he's like in like politics like local city, so he's a debater.
Yeah.
Like even regular conversations, I have to like go, bro, like relax, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, chill. I'm just trying to talk.
Yeah.
Like I'm shooting the shit. I'm not serious.
Yeah.
But either way, like even with him, it was like through like constant practice that I got better. So then I pick up on cues, and I'm like, I can tell when somebody's like actually like, okay, this person's listening, and they're not listening to just respond, but to understand,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a
It's a
whole
big
lot.
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm big on that. I'm a big person on not only myself listening, but also checking to know when other people are listening. Because I don't really talk often. It's weird because I know you saw me on live and I'm like this big personality, but I think more so than that, I like to call myself a very chill extrovert. Like I know how to be a conversationalist. I know how to talk. I know how to be social. But I really just sit back, observe, listen, and watch mostly. And so when I do choose to speak, I would like someone to listen actively, and I can always tell when they're not or when they're like, oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. So by the way, what do you want to do later? Like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah. Conversation's done. You know?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Home. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Home.
I gotta go.
Yeah. That bed, calling.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have that, you know what I'm saying? You got your new fans, you graduated, you know what I'm saying? What else do you have going on? You know what I'm saying? What else is going on in the world of B Nikki?
So many things are going on. I mean, for one, I'm wearing my merch, and that's going on. That's new-ish. This is my spring collection. But yeah, I started my website maybe 3-4 months ago. I've just been busy. But yeah, my website, it has my merchandise. There was a Threw Me in the Fire line for before the song came out. That's like extra VIP. So now if you have it, if you own it, it's probably going to be worth a lot later. But there's a regular...
It will be.
Yeah. There's the regular Threw Me in the Fire line that's on there as well. There's a Moonlight crew neck, which is hinting at the songs that might come later on. But yeah, there's just a couple of collections that I have. I'm still growing the website since it's still fairly new, but I spent a lot of my time making that website because I like to call myself a one-woman show because I mean, truly, I'm very grateful for the help that I have. I do have a couple of mentors that help me here and there, and some people that are more hands-on, but for the most part, I'm strategizing by myself. I'm making content by myself. I'm figuring out what I need to do at what times by myself. Just in general, it's pretty me. So making the website, I figured out how to design it, what needs to go where. The merchandise, designed each one. So everything you get, if you were to get something, you know that I put everything together. The fonts, the embroidery, all the different logos, whatever. It was all me doing it handpicked. So there's no like middleman making the designs, and I just approve it.
See, that's gonna get you far though. That's gonna get you far because you understand the whole process.
Yeah.
So at any time, if the process ever broke down, you would know how to fix it, and you wouldn't. And also, like, you know exactly what you would need to outsource when that time comes.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like people don't value like having the knowledge and the wisdom to actually execute your own vision.
It's true.
Like it's invaluable. It's an invaluable skill. You can tell when people, like for instance, like you wouldn't necessarily need a label for XXXYZ because you know how to do XYZ. You could have them do something else and you could still be hands-on there. So it stays personalized and it feels, you can tell when somebody doesn't know and it doesn't feel personal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you keep that, you're good.
It's very true. And I think I understood this from young because from young I knew I wanted to be as completely self-sufficient as I could be, which is why
Mm-hmm.
I produce and engineer and all of these different things. Like I might have an engineer for my project so I can be fully in a artist or artistic
Mm-hmm.
headspace when I'm recording, but I know how to engineer. So in the event that, like for instance, for Threw Me in the Fire, my engineer, Leif, amazing by the way, if you're watching this, Leif, love you, moved to Seattle.
Oh, oh,
Not to dox you, but literally moved to a whole different state mid like project. So now I had to
oh,
figure out,
dang.
okay, send me the stems. I need to figure out how to continue audio engineering, continue mixing, continue figuring out what needs to be done,
Mm-hmm.
any layers, any stacks, any background vocals, any harmonies. So yeah, that's why.
Yes,
The true
yes,
audio.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't know what to do, I'd probably be either spending a ton of money on someone who doesn't know how to do it as well as I know how to do it because I know my
Right.
voice, or I would probably just have left Threw Me in the Fire in the vault and went with something different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of value in learning how to do things on your own. And I think there's also a lot of value in being an eternal student. I pride myself on always wanting to learn, even though
Yeah.
I know a lot, but I'm not going to walk into a room acting like I know a lot when there's a bunch of people that either I've met before or haven't met before that have different perspectives, different cultures, different backgrounds, and they can teach me something new. I just feel like there's a lot of value in being teachable and being a student rather than acting as though you know everything, even if you are accomplished.
That's very true. Yeah, yeah. You're on the right path. You're on the right path. Your head's in the right space. You're there.
Thank you.
You're there. You're there. Like when you physically get there, it's only time.
Yeah.
It's only time. It's not. Yeah. You're good. You're good. You're good. You sound like you are reasonable. Like you sound. Yeah. I hate saying it like this, but like you're a full adult. Like it's and you're a full person that's passionate about what they're doing. Like truly, you actually love your craft
Yeah.
because you understand it.
Yeah.
Like there was no missing terms. Like because even though like I'm not like an audio engineer, like I know about stems and different things of that nature. Like so I'm just like okay, like yeah, she's really in the booth. She's in there. She's
Yeah.
really doing it. You
Yeah.
know. When did
Yeah.
you start? This is a bit going backwards, but when did you start like vocal training? Like, because you talked about doing piano,
Yeah.
but when did you start actually like singing? Your like and doing vocal training and all that. Were you ever trained? You know, did you just kind of just go, this sounds like my notes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you piano trained your own voice.
I was never vocal trained. I have never been into a voice class or a voice lesson. I would love to. I feel like that would be so much fun, and I can learn so
Mm-hmm.
much from that. But I haven't done it yet. I do believe that I have perfect pitch because I haven't been wrong yet. But also when it just comes to me teaching other people piano, because I've been teaching piano since I was 6, adults and youth, there's sometimes this disconnects, or when I'm teaching people how to sing, because I also do that as well, even though I haven't been vocally trained.
This girl.
But, yeah, I'm a vocal coach and piano teacher as well. But there seems to be sometimes this disconnect with
Mm-hmm.
my students or my clients when I would sing a note and they would sing a completely different note. And then I'd go on the piano and play that note that I just sang, and they would still sing a completely different note. So that helped me realize subconsciously that I have something that I'm not consciously aware of is not normal to not have. I think it's normal to be able to hit a note and to know what note I'm singing and to be able to hit some other note and everyone else just knows it. But when I'm working with other people, I'm realizing that that's not normal and that's not something that everybody has. And so I do believe in God. I am a Christian, so I do believe that that is a gift and a talent that I don't take credit for. It's something that He gave me that
Amen.
I'm supposed to be using on earth. And so that's what I'm taking it as. But like I said before, I'm still teachable, but I'm definitely going to use what I have to help others, because if others see that they can learn from me, I'm going to be there for them too.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's just crazy. Like, oh yeah, I'm a vocal coach. No training. But no.
Yeah.
At 5, teacher gave up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
She
good.
did.
She said, I'm good. You're good.
Yeah.
Don't pay me.
No more.
I'm not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. So what else do you want people to know about you?
Besides the fact that music is my world, my life, and
Mm-hmm.
if you're a producer, singer, anything, contact me.
You're gonna give them the
do a
email?
lot
I
of-
mean, at this
I
point.
mean, okay, fair. My Instagram, BNikki, and my website, BNikkimusic.com, and my email, BNikkibusiness@gmail.com. Those are the ways you can contact me. If you find my TikTok, stumble across it, enjoy. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I just do a lot of things. I think when you're creative, you tend to be creative in other areas. Like we were mentioning earlier how I edited the entire music video that I made, and it took 6.5 hours for me to edit. I feel like if you weren't inherently creative, you would not be able to, one, withstand that, but two, be able to come out with a good finished product.
Right.
And the feedback that I've gotten on this music video has also been overwhelmingly positive. So that shows me that I know how to edit. But I've never edited before, and that's the thing. In terms of art, like drawing, painting, I took an art class for my last semester in Pepperdine just to do it for fun because I had nothing else to take.
Yeah, why not? Why not just be great all overall? Like let's just check another box. Why not?
And I was one of the top performing students in the class.
See, I knew it.
I posted my self-portrait on my Instagram. If some of you have seen it, I drew a self-portrait of myself, and I really thought it was good.
I thought it was fan art.
No.
Bro, I thought it was fan art.
There are some that are fan art on my Instagram, but there's one that I explicitly state that I drew.
I didn't read the caption. I didn't read the
No.
caption, so that's on me. That's on me. But if it's the one I'm thinking about, I'm gonna be pretty shocked. I'm shocked.
Yeah. I've been acting since I was little as well. I'm an actress. Film is my favorite, but I've been in theater, started high school, ended in high school.
Yeah.
Done a couple of shows, musicals, been the leads for a couple of those. Wasn't my cup of tea, but if you are Broadway watching this, don't take that. I love theater. But film is my favorite. I prefer film. But yeah, I've been acting since I was little. My mom got me into modeling when I was little. So all that to say, everything creative, I think when you are creative, it's just something that you also learn to love to do easier than non-creative things. Though I'm also an intellect. So
Yeah.
yeah.
B Nikki, the Swiss Army knife of creativity. If you need it, she can do it. No, but that's really great. Like I'm just like I'm just glad I'm getting you here now. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, like later, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it ends up being, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, hey, y'all gotta pay. Like that's just what it is. That's what it is. Whatever it ends up being, it's, you know. Yeah. But okay, what's one thing you want to leave the people with? Like, what's one thing you want to like tell them?
My sophomore year of college,
Okay.
I went through a very tough moment in my life, probably one of the hardest moments in my life. And when I bounced back from it, which was miraculous as well, I ended up with straight A's, which I thought I was going to get maybe straight C's with how like just terrible I was feeling. I was skipping class, I was not going to class, I was not doing anything creative, like nothing. But when I bounced back, that's when I started getting involved more, and I became all of these executive board position leaders at school, and I became one of the heads of Pepperdine. Now I'm working with Pepperdine on their course curriculum for diversity and cultural competency. But I don't know if that would have happened had my sophomore year not went the way it did. So that year, after all was said and done, and I was starting to hit my like positive influx in how I was feeling and what I was doing, I gave a piece of advice to all of my mentees, which I have mentees. I love them so much. And it was to never lose your drive, because times are going to get tough and things are going to happen that you don't foresee. You might have your life planned out, but there's going to be things that detour you and that shift you from one lane to another, and that might completely make you crash. But the difference between someone who is good and someone is great is drive. And whether or not they use that fear, they use that anxiety they use when they're down to consume you. When you get back up and you keep going harder, then that's what makes you different. And that's exactly what I did. So that's what I would want to leave everyone watching with, to never stop, no matter what.
And this has been episode number 360 of the Homeroom Smooth podcast. I can't top that. That was immaculate.
Yay!
Yeah, that was immaculate. Hey, no, she cooked. That was it. Like, if I go after that, I'm just gonna mess it up. Nah, that was vibes.